Hello and welcome to another stream of Tomb Raider for my annual playthrough. This is the remastered version, but I'm playing with the old school graphics selected. Hey, Mouse, welcome. Get to the chopper, quick. It's about to leave. Gotta hurry. How's it going? Welcome. How's things been? Hey, Sona, welcome on in. How's your day going? Hey, Narbro, welcome. How's your day? Pew pew. Definitely a lot of that going on in this game. That's for sure. Constantly. So we are up to the first of the Egypt levels, and I've got about 6 levels left. I'm going to be doing 2 separate streams today. On Tuesdays, I do a split stream with a break in between. And with only 6 levels left, ideally, it would be good to do these 3 Egypt levels in this stream, and then the final levels in the other stream. But that might not happen because of the fact that the Egypt levels and the enemy types that we come across now are very, very challenging to deal with in terms of like getting through their skirmishes without being damaged a lot as well. And because I can't actually use health, it means that when I'm going through a level and I come across an enemy like that, if I have a save that is made, I'm going to just keep reloading that save until I get through that encounter as satisfyingly as I can. But yeah, I'm not allowed to use any health kits and stuff like that. So just to recap, in this game, you can find medipacks on their own in the environment to pick up, or there's bundles where you have ammo and health. So there's been 2 occasions where there's been a bundle of ammo with health, and these are the 2 health packs that I've picked up with those. So just to show that I'm not actually using any health, I like to show that I've still got 2, and I had 2 in yesterday's stream by the end of it. And if I do find any other bundles with ammo and health in it, I'll still pick them up, but I'll just go into the inventory and just, show that I've got the right amount and that I haven't used any. But yeah, if I see them on my own, I don't bother picking them up as well. So we're up to the first Egypt level, and if I can, it would be good to do 3 of those in this stream. But if we only get 2 done, then that's fine too, as well. LMS, things have been bad, but trying to stabilize. You're now being followed by a psychiatrist and psychologist. You're currently on your stream pause, checking what your favorite streamers are doing. Oh, I see, Mouse. I'm sorry to hear that things have been bad for you. That is good that you've got that help and that support. That definitely would help a hell of a lot. And hopefully, it helps a lot too, as well. And if you need to take a break from something, it's definitely good to do that. And then when you feel like you want to go back to it, at least you know that you're able to do it when are up to it as well. So thank you for joining and, spending time watching the stream. It's cool with the spacing of the grids and stuff in these old school games, these little sort of like tricks that you can come across. For example, the way that they've spaced things out and also the height is that when you have a block like this, you can either climb up it like that, or if you want to be fancy, you can just jump back a bit and then jump up, and then Lara will make the jump. Because a lot of the edges of stuff, there's a slight invisibility aspect to whatever it is. So you can sort of like see that when Lara actually jumps on top of this from the ground, you can kind of see her feet sort of clipping through in order to get her to land and things like that. And also the timing of jumps and working things out. Alright, so I'm going to make a save when we get here. There's going to be a panther that will come out and attack Lara. There it is. Then we got these enemies. Now these enemies are annoying because they jump around a lot. And then you get the variations that will actually fire projectiles at you as well. But it's kind of avoiding Lara at the moment, thankfully. Which works out well. Take care of the panther so I can get that ammo. It's up on the wall. Don't need to pick that up. If there's health that's bundled with ammo on the same spot, I'll pick it up, but if it's just on its own, I won't. Dr. Darling, thank you for redeeming the Rest in Peace Lara. Okay, so let me have a look here. There's some water over there, so we can have Lara drown. Don't know when the next enemy would appear. Might be able to have Lara die from a dive as well. Uh-huh. Key. Fancy putting that there, eh? Dr. Darling, I can choose the fancy death. Cool. Well, we haven't had Lara drown on purpose yet, so that's what I'll do. But first, make another save. It's going to make Lara angry. There we go, Dr. Darling. Thanks for redeeming Lara's rest in peace. I forgot, they actually added, since this game came out, they added a quick button function to go from loading or saving. It doesn't quick save or load in the sense of you press it and then it instantly saves or loads, but it'll take you to the load or save screen depending on which shortcut you take.
Batman is still alive. No, it's too soon. I am not ready.
We really are. C'è la morte, non sia crudele, requiescat in pace. Thanks for redeeming that from Assassin's Creed 2, Dr. Darling. Thank you. Obviously, you changed it for Bane's dialogue to suit Bane. No. Well done. Dr. Darling, what do you mean from Assassin's Creed 2? It's from a Batman movie. Trying to gaslight me. I'm surprised that Lara didn't take any damage during that encounter. But hey, I'm not going to complain. It means more health to get me through to the end of the level. Well, not that. It'll guarantee that I'll get through the level without taking heaps of damage, but... If I do have to take damage, the goal is to take as less damage as possible. Okay, so that's just a... Oh no, there's some ammo. Some ammo here. In Tomb Raider 2013, they add that as a sound that you can hear when you pick up a certain collectible. But I think it might have been added for the definitive edition. Not sure. I never played the original 2013 game all the way through. I just played it a little bit on the Xbox 360, but then I decided I wanted to experience it in full on the Xbox One, so I stopped playing it. I didn't play it again until I got it on Xbox One. And by the time I did, it was the definitive edition that I got. So I don't know if originally that secret found sound from the old school games, whether that was in that 2013 game from the get-go, or if it was added for the definitive edition version. Dr. Darling, uh-huh. Lara picks up a key item. This is true. Uh-huh. No. So no, I have a calming voice. Ah, well, thank you. Unless I'm raging. I don't think it's so calm when I'm raging, getting angry at a game. Especially if it's one that's really, really annoyed me. Pull your lever. So yeah, when you're raging, it's a different story. This is true. Yeah. Had a feeling that thing would jump out as soon as I started to actually move that block. There we go. That's one way to deal with it safely. Cheers, Sona. Good to see you in chat as well. That was so funny making Lara slide. See if I can do it again. Whee! I didn't know you could do this on this wall. Ah, nice. That jump worked. Cool. Cheers, Sona. Yeah, there's some little tricks and stuff that you can also try in these games too, like that one there, where I was able to have enough room in the air to actually change Lara's trajectory so that she kind of hugged to the right enough to be able to land. So all these little sort of like tricks you can try. Alright, so that's just a health kit on its own, not bundled with ammo, so we'll leave that alone. I mean, I'm allowed to pick up medipacks if I wanted to, if they're on their own, but I just avoid them because it just helps keep tally of the ones that I collect that are part of a bundle of ammo, as opposed to ones that I've just gotten because they're on their own. Alright, let's see if I can do that better without losing that much health again. Hello, Nagasuki. Welcome on in. Why do you have a star before your name? So that's because you are a 1 month subscriber. So that's what the badge is. So thank you so much for that. That's muchly appreciated. How's things going for you today? I'm currently on the first Egypt episode or level, but you didn't sub. How come? Ah, well, you might have been given a gift sub. That could have also happened as well. Yeah, Nagasuki. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I'll get gift subs sometimes as well when I'm not even in the person's channel, and I haven't been in the person's channel that day, and they're still like, "Ah, here you go," which I'm not complaining. It's definitely great to get, but it's just funny how sometimes you get gift subs when you're not even present in the person's channel. Well, Tomb Raider's doing not too badly actually. I got through quite a lot of levels yesterday when I started the playthrough, and including this level right now, there's about 6 left. So I'm actually aiming to finish it today, but Tuesdays is my split stream day, so after I finish this particular stream, I'll take a break and then come back with another stream. So hopefully I can finish this today, because then that means tomorrow I can start Tomb Raider 2 then. Just want to test to see if he can get up in here. Just to give a look at this enemy, in case people are curious to see what they look like without me getting attacked at the same time. No, he reaches me before I even get a chance to start jumping up on it. Nice one, Dr. Darling. It's a zombie monkey. A mummy monkey. A mummy monkey. Look out behind you, there's a three-headed mummy monkey. Okay, the alternative is that I use a different weapon. I just prefer to use the pistols for as long as I can. Ah, you piece of shit. I thought I was going to get away without getting any damage there. Alright, so it only does damage to you when it's nudging you. I mean, it doesn't do damage to you when it's nudging you, I should say. No, son of a bitch is even cunning enough to just be like, go straight after you. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be until Tomb Raider 3 that they added the sprint ability. Alright, I'm gonna have to use another weapon, which I was wanting to hold off for as long as possible from having to do, but let's see how this goes. Still takes quite a few shots with that weapon. See how the shotgun goes. Alright, it takes less shots with the shotgun, but I'm still taking damage. Hey there, Dreadnought. Good morning to you. How's your day going? Alright, that's not acceptable health loss though. There. That would have been great if I hadn't have fucked up. I had the good RNG of it actually running away from Lara. Alright, I'm going to make a save after picking the shotgun so I don't have to keep on picking the shotgun up every fucking... So I don't have to keep selecting the shotgun every single time I reload a save. So it's either get through with this much health loss or get through without any health loss. Alright, so it takes 3 shots with the shotgun to kill it. But I need the RNG for when it actually runs away from Lara, not when it actually jumps on her. Maybe it's the timing of when I start shooting. Ah. Damn it, I had the See, you don't know if you've got the RNG that you need until right after you know you haven't... until right after you know you fucked it up. Look at that health loss that time around. Fucking piece of shit. Oh my fucking god. If I was able to get the shot off earlier. There's that split second where she's not shooting because she's doing the flip. Because the enemy's also changing trajectory at the same time. then sometimes by the time you do a roll, it's already changed direction from the direction you're rolling into. So it's either that amount of health loss or none, and the chances of getting none is very slim. Alright, so I'm going to save it with the enemy out here. Fucking bait and switch at me. Hey there, Stan. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, mates. Hey there, Stan. How's things? Dr. Darling, you posted a video on Discord about the early development of Arkham Asylum, if you want to check it out. No Batman-related channels there. There isn't, no. I don't think the Discord needs 50 channels dedicated to individual games or their series. It's hard enough for me to keep track of all the posts that get made enough than having 50 other categories to check. I hate how chicken shit this enemy is. It's all up your fucking ass otherwise, but then it fucking runs off like a bitch. Now I've got a different problem having saved here. Of course that would happen. There we go. Had to waste shotgun ammo, which I'm not happy about, but I finally took care of that enemy without taking any damage. Nagasuki, just noticed the game is as old as you, and you remember your mom playing Tomb Raider 2 now? Oh, do you? Oh, cool. Yeah. It's crazy to think. Yeah, 1996 was when this first one came out. Same year as Resident Evil. Oh, really, Sona? You were born in 86? Yeah, I was born in 83. Whoops. Ouch. Hey there, Betha... Bethamphetamine. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Thank you so, so much. Welcome to you and your raiders. Nagasuki, you don't have the voice of a 83's baby, to be fair, Rod. Yeah, I mean, the voice is interesting because, someone's voice can definitely not be 100% an indicator of, how old they might be and stuff. But yeah, when I start talking like this as my normal talk, then you'll know that I'm really, really old. Like 50. No, just kidding. Hey there, Rushabold. Hey there, Illyria Studios. Welcome on in. Thank you for joining the raid. Rushabold, thank you so much for the follow as well. Thank you very, very much. Hey there, Badass Games. Revival, welcome on in. How's things going? Hey, Senny, thank you so very much for getting the shout out to Bethamphetamine. Thank you so very much, dude. Muchly appreciated. I am, thanks. Yeah, I'm doing really good. Yeah, things are going well. How about yourself? How was your stream? So cool, you're playing the remasters as well. Nice. Yeah, I decided for my annual playthroughs that I would play with the old school graphics to kind of keep it as a tradition because I normally play with the old school graphics anyway. But I hope you had a great stream of Tomb Raider. Which one were you playing through? Radgrid, thank you so very much for the follow as well. Thank you, thank you. And Mr. Pew Pew Laser, thank you for your follow too. Muchly appreciated. Thank you very much. How's things going today, Senny? Hope you're having a good day, Crooked. Stream was good. You were doing a pacifist no kills run of Tomb Raider 1. You got a personal best time. Oh, hell yeah. That's great. That'd feel really good to get your personal best beat and make a new one. That's excellent. Glad you had a great stream as well. And no pacifist no kills run. Oh, man. I can imagine that would be quite difficult. I imagine you go through a lot of med packs as well. It's funny playing through this game without being able to use health. Normally, I hoard health kits anyway, and only use them when I really, really need to. But to not be able to use them even in those moments, I thought it'd be interesting, but because I want to get through 12 games in the series before the year ends, it means that I had to sort of like pick and choose which of the old school games in the series I wanted to do a challenge with. So I chose this game, and I thought doing no saves would probably take me months to get through. So I thought I won't worry about adding that as a rule. Cooker, doing well, thanks. Woke up not too long ago and about to make some quesadillas for breakfast. You made the corn tortillas fresh yesterday. Oh, great, dude. That's awesome. That really sounds delicious too, as well. Made this jump before. There we go, got it. Oh, come on, what? I made that jump before. And the grab as well. Beth, it's super fun. Would recommend if you're in the mood for a new challenge. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I would like to do more challenges, sorry, with these old school games, because before this playthrough, I'd only done a no heal playthrough of Legend, which was pretty good. Come on, Lara, we literally made this jump before, and the grab as well. Don't know what I'm doing differently this time around. It's annoying when that happens. Dr. Darling, medpack. What is that? That is a good question. That's something that has stumped people for years. What is a medipack? Illyria Studios, thank you so much for the follow as well. Thank you very much. Beth, oh nice. No meds is still quite the challenge. Super fun. Absolutely. Like there was an enemy that we had to deal with, which took quite a lot to actually get through. I decided to try and, there we go, decided to try and get through that encounter without taking any damage. Thankfully I was, but it took a while though. And Beth, thank you so very much for the follow as well. Hey there, Scar. Good morning. How's things today? Beth, oh my god, you still haven't played through the Legend Anniversary Underworld era? Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely an interesting set of games. I will say though, I found the camera in Underworld is probably the worst kind of thing about it, is because you'll want to do a jump and the game will decide, how about we change the camera angle on you really quickly to a different perspective that throws you off completely. And that was fun. But it's got a great story though, as well. No, bro, you haven't played this since it came out. Oh, really? Oh, well, this remaster has done quite a lot of really cool stuff. Even when you play with the old school graphics enabled, you've got like 360-degree camera movement this time around. And Lara can actually do a roll in midair in Tomb Raider 1 Remaster, which she couldn't do until the second game. So it's cool that they added that in. Definitely comes in handy. The Sapphire Key. I always love how big the frame around the door lock is, as opposed to the actual key inside. Alright, so I think this is the end of the level. Okay, so just to recap, these two health kits were part of a bundle with ammo, and I'm allowed to pick up med packs regardless, but I'm basically ignoring the med packs that are on their own because there's no real point in collecting them, even though there wouldn't be any penalty if I did. So I'm just collecting the bundles that have the ammo and the health in it as well. So we've had two of those, which was what we had at the end of the previous level, and I haven't used any health kits, and we've got no health loss. But in any case, even if you do lose health at the start of the next level, the game gives you full health back again. Hey Pyro, hey, I'm just Daniel. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you very much. How's things going, Pyro? Welcome on in. Beth, oh my god, no. Oh yeah, it's so damn annoying and that. But yeah, there's definitely some good things about Underworld though, as well. Oh, that's understandable. That's completely fine. Thank you so very much for your raid, and I really hope that you have a great rest as well. Glad to hear that you had a great stream too. Thank you so much for the raid, and hope you have a good one. Thank you. I definitely will. Yeah, it's always a good time with these old school games. It's always good to replay them as well. Pyro, you're here. Blame it on Beth. Well, thank you so much for coming in with the raid as well, Pyro. Hey, Lizzie, welcome on in. Things are going well. Yeah, it's going good. How about yourself? We just finished another level. Oh, no trouble at all, Beth. No worries at all. And thank you so much also for leaving the lurk too. I like to take the time sometimes just to let the music play. Lizzie, you're good. You're still trying to manage until you get a doctor and a therapist. Luckily, you're getting close. Oh, that is great. That's really good that you're getting close, Lizzie. You know, getting that help and being able to know that you've got it will definitely be great. There we go. Got it. It's interesting because when you're locked onto an enemy and you're also trying to navigate and run and jump, it can be a bit tricky because you sort of have to keep more an eye on which direction Lara's feet are starting to face as you're moving, instead of relying on the actual camera position for that aspect. Ah, it's just a health kit on its own. Won't worry about getting that. Hey there, Afro. God gave you two hands and you use each of them to shoot a gun. I can respect that. Yeah, Lara's like, why just have one pistol when I can have two? Oh, of course it would. Of course that timing would happen like that. Sky, I wonder if Lara's passport is fake. Could you imagine? She just forged it. It's like plot twist. Her name isn't actually Lara Croft. She just assumed Lara's identity. Not actually what went on, by the way, just being funny. Um, that's a good call, Scar. Like, can we verify that that passport is true and accurate? Afro, not many games where you can dual wield pistols. Speaking of which, have you played the Max Payne games? I've only played a few levels of the first game, and that was way back when I had the PlayStation 2 version of it in the early 2000s. And I just got to a point where I didn't play it, and I basically traded it in. And yeah, haven't played it since. And I've never played the other two at all. However, I would like to change that. It'd be good to actually play through and finish the first game for the first time, and also play the second and third for the first time. Yeah, Pyro printed it off Google. It's like, I need to get a passport quickly. Just print it off Google. It'll be fine. Ned Shem Random, 5 IQ, Twitch user. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Don't need to worry about collecting that. Pyro, Max Payne 1 is the best one. It had such a kind of like unique feel to it that I think hasn't been replicated necessarily since. And speaking of Max Payne, rest in peace, James McCaffrey, who played him. I knew of his work more from Control and Alan Wake, but obviously, having played Max Payne years before those games, I had experienced his performance as Max Payne. But yeah, he was such a great actor. Okay, so I went through there to get the key. Afro, Max Payne 2 was the one for you. For years, it's the only game you had played it for hours and hours. Oh, nice, Afro. That's cool. That worked out better than I expected with that Panther. Scar, kind of interesting that movies like Mummy 1, Indiana Jones, and Tomb Raider took the world by storm. Oh, yes, Scar, absolutely. Yeah, it's interesting too when you look at the influences and stuff. And it's always amusing when people generalize and say, oh, this just copied everything off this other thing. It's like, well, even the thing you're saying was original actually copied some stuff of other things. Like the whole look of Indiana Jones and everything like that, that wasn't just something that George Lucas and Steven Spielberg and, the people designing the outfit and stuff just woke up one day and were like, no one's ever worn this kind of clothing before. It came from somewhere, inspiration from other movies and those sort of like serials where it was like you go see it one episode and then have to wait till next week and go to the movies again and then see the next episode and all that kind of stuff. But it's really cool to look at the evolution of stuff and what influenced things and all that kind of stuff. Now, granted, whether something does something better than something that has already come out or been done before, that's obviously a valid sort of thing to be judging. It's like, even if a character or whatnot is completely original, that doesn't mean that they're free from being criticized. It's like, well, you can't criticize this character because they were the first character to ever be this way, and so you can't complain. It's a bit unfair to sort of expect that kind of thinking, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that influenced Indiana Jones, and taking those influences and combining them together to create something that isn't completely original, but it's its own thing enough that it's able to be successful in its own right. Hey there, Starlight. How's things going for you today? That panther didn't look too happy. There we go. That's where I need to go to. Scar, also, it was kind of interesting to dive into mysteries of Egypt and do some adventure exploration stuff. Oh, absolutely, Scar. Yeah, that movie, The Mummy, the 1999 remake, it was just such a great combination of stuff. And I remember seeing it on the big screen for the first time, and I saw it a few times on the big screen. And at the time, I remember thinking, what a great Indiana Jones type movie when there wasn't any new Indiana Jones movies at that time. But yeah, it was really, really cool, and it also just coincided to be the year that the Tomb Raider game that I would play for the first time, Last Revelation, was also set in Egypt. I mean, obviously this game has Egypt levels, but Last Revelation is completely set in Egypt, which was cool. Star, you had your dental surgery yesterday. Now you're watching Popeye. Ooh, I really hope your dental surgery went well, Star, or as well as it could do. It definitely sounds like a lot of pain as well. I haven't seen Popeye for a very long time. I watched that a lot as a kid growing up. There was even that NES game as well, which was kind of like a Donkey Kong clone. It was one of those games where there was only 3 levels, but when you reached the third level and finished it, it just looped back to the first level and kept looping and looping. I think it changed some things though, like there was some more enemy types and stuff. The almighty Otaku God, thank you so very much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Looks like someone is on the wrong side of the river. I love that movie. It's just so good. I like when he's like, think of my children. He's like, you don't have any children. And he's like, someday I might. Thank you, Crooked, for getting the shout out to the almighty Otaku God as well. So how was your stream? How was The Legend of Dragoon? Yeah, nah, bro, it really is. Yeah, the OG Mummy movie. Like when they did the remake with Tom Cruise, I was kind of hoping they were going to go like a full-on horror route because then at least it would be not like an action adventure style kind of thing. I know it's not set in the past like the 1999 movie was, but the idea of having a present day mummy movie and being more action adventure was kind of like, oh, I wish it was like full-on horror because I think it would have been interesting to do that instead of that way it would be very, very different to the 1999 movie as well. Oh, that's all good, Almighty Otaku. That's no worries at all. Whether it's a rate of one or more, it's definitely appreciated. I'm doing my 12 game marathon of the Tomb Raider series, and we have one of these enemy types again. This will be fun. And for my annual playthroughs of 1, 2, and 3, I thought I would still use the remaster version, but then just switch the graphics to the old school style and play through on those graphics. So when the game first came out in February, the remaster, I played through with the remastered graphics, but for the annual playthrough, I wanted to play with the old school graphics. Okay, so this is an open floor plan room, so we'll switch back to the shotgun again. Star, you found a home for your mommy cat and her son finally. Funny part is that it was a daughter and father, daughter getting one for her daughter, and her dad is looking to get a new family cat since theirs died a while back. Oh, that's a shame that their cat died. But that's cool as well, for them to be able to find, another cat that they can have. Sky, you're kind of glad they made the reboot of Tomb Raider games and made it good. Also made a normal movie. Yeah, I mean it's interesting the Tomb Raider movies. I like the first one that they did. The second one not as much, and I like the newer one. I thought that was good as well. But the only thing about that newer one was that it butchered the story of the 2013 game a lot. Almighty Otaku, you're on disc 4. Oh, nice. I've never actually played that game before. So what system was that on? Tintin, thank you for redeeming the rest in peace, Lara. So we can either get killed by the enemy that's here, Tintin, or I can have Lara do a dive onto her head, or I think there's some water as well. So you can pick one of those, or you can just let me choose if you want, whichever you feel. Nah, bro, even the Mummy Returns is awesome. I actually don't mind that sequel. It's not as good as the one before it, but it was still cool to see the return of the actors, in that one. Hey, Mr. Gote, how's it going today, dude? Welcome on in. So it was the PS1 Almighty? Oh, cool. Yeah, because I don't think I've even seen any of those games before. Is there just one, or is it like a whole series? Oh, that's all right, Almighty. Yeah, I've heard of the game, but I wasn't sure if it was a one-off thing or if there's like a franchise of it. So, Tintin, what kind of death did you want Lara to do? Drowning or breaking of the neck by doing a dive or being killed by that monster creature thing? Dr. Darling, you going to try out that new Indiana Jones game? Not too sure, to be honest. Have to wait and see on that one. I don't mind the idea of Troy Baker playing Indiana Jones, but I don't know. The last Indiana Jones game I played was the Staff of Kings one, which was on the Nintendo Wii. But I might play it, the Great Circle one, in the future at some point. Maybe when it's on sale. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get killed by this creature. We've already had a drowning. It would help if I went the way where the monster actually is, though. Thank you, Tintin, for redeeming the Rest in Peace, Lara. Oh, okay, Almighty, so it's just a one-off? Well, I hope it was a good game, and I wonder if they would ever do a sequel to it. Nice. Dealt with that. Didn't take any damage. Not that this is a no damage run, but it was good to get past that enemy without taking any damage, because then it means it gives me more probability of not having to struggle later on in the level with having a small amount of health and not being able to use a health kit. Scar, you just wonder one thing: why Jurassic Park took Zookeeper simulation path in gaming industry, like no normal story mode games anymore. Yeah, I mean, there was that one that was announced. When was it? Last year, I think, which was supposed to be set, I think, the night after the events of the first movie, or pretty close to when the events of the first movie had finished, and it was going to be like a stealth, survival horror kind of game, I think. Good one, Almighty. The Great Circle of Life. It's like, imagine if that is actually the song or a song that they have that they use. Hey there, Nedge. Welcome on in. How's things going? Thank you again for the follow. Almighty, also you love playing Tomb Raider also? Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, I used to have a dedicated day every week on the channel where I would actually stream Tomb Raider, whether it was for my annual playthroughs or if it was just play them in any order and any kind of playthrough. But at the start of this year, I decided not to do that, but still do the annual playthroughs, of course. So I played through the remasters of Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 when it came out in February, and then now this marathon that I'm doing. Which one would you say is your favorite one? Mine is The Last Revelation. It was actually the first one that I played, so I'm kind of biased towards it. Almighty, you've beaten 1 and 2 as well as the extra levels for both. You're halfway done with 3, but you played them way back when on the PS1. Oh, very cool. Yeah, the DLC for 1, 2, and 3, I still haven't actually played them. I wanted to for this marathon, but starting it at this point in the year and wanting to get them done before the year ends kind of put a bit of a damp on that. But that's cool that you beat 1 and 2 in the DLC for both as well. Scar, can you explain what annual means? Oh, it's just basically yearly, Scar. Same with Assassin's Creed and that I do an annual playthrough series of that too. Yeah, Scar. So once a year, I like to play through the Tomb Raider series as a whole, or at least the main entries, and do something similar for Assassin's Creed as well as Watch Dogs. Scar like a Santa. Santa streams, but once a year. Oh, so for those that are new to the channel, I stream daily, different games on different days. So there's the current schedule. Due to time zone differences, there might be a bit of overlap. Like, for example, it might still be Friday for some people, but I've already moved on to like a Saturday game because it's turned to Saturday here in Australia. Um, so that's the current schedule for what I've got going on. And so Tomb Raider is at the moment from Monday through to Thursdays. Friday is Evil Within, and on the weekend currently it's the Splinter Cell series. But once I finish these games, there will be different games to replace them and so on. That's right, Nej, yeah. Or Down Under, as some people call it. Got one of these jolly fellows now. Actually, being this distance away, I can probably safely kill this by cheesing it in this way. It's cool, these little sort of like tricks that you can do to stay safe from certain enemy types. Oh, so you're from Czechia. Is that pronounced properly? I'm not too sure. Because sometimes there's words that I've heard, but when I try to actually say them myself, I kind of don't get them right. Now, bro, you'll be happy to know you restarted Unity and you're on sequence 5, which is way farther than you got before. Oh, that is good. Oh, excellent. That's great. Especially if that's not as far as you've been before in that game. That's cool. Not going to bother picking up that health kit. However, if it was bundled with some ammo, I would have, but as it is, I don't collect them when they're on their own. There's no point. He's one of those enemies. One of those enemies just chilling. Oh, so the CH you read like a K or a C like a ke kind of thing. So kind of like Czechia, is that right? Like, because that's is the long form version of it Czechoslovakia? Oh, cool. Okay. I don't know if I want to go for that secret simply because like it wouldn't be major health loss, but I want to make sure that I've got enough health to comfortably, at least, as much as I can, comfortably make it through. Czechoslovakia broke up in the 1990s into the independent Czech Republic and Slovakia. Oh, I see. So there was a separation, and so basically it's just Czech Republic and then Slovakia as well. Ska, Czech Republic, more international way to say it. Yeah, yeah, because I definitely heard it with those words, like those two words before. Okay, so I think I've got to plan a route to take. Oh yeah, Almighty, that's no trouble at all. Thank you so much again for the raid, and I hope you have a great sleep as well. Thank you so very much, and also thank you for the follow too. Thank you very, very much for that. Now, bro, whereabouts in Oz are you based? In one of the many states. Since Australia is small, it's one of those situations where, like, it's different in America because you can say I'm in Kentucky, and then it's like, okay, well, where in Kentucky? There's so many different places and stuff like that. Whereas in Australia, even saying where the state is can help narrow it down. The only reason that I'm not wanting to reveal that is because I've actually had a stalker of the channel for multiple years now, and unfortunately, what it's done is it's made it that I can't really 100% trust that they're not watching any of the streams that I do as well. So yeah, it's more like an internet safety kind of thing than anything else. Because it was so bad that they were even creating Discord channels in my Twitch username and then posting inappropriate content in people's channels. And then the person would come into my channel and understandably be like, why the fuck are you putting all this, shit in my Discord and stuff? And I had to let them know that there was a stalker that was basically creating fake accounts and stuff. But yeah, it is a shame when that kind of stuff happens because, not everyone is like that. Pyro, seems like half the streamers you watch are from Australia lately. Oh, really, Pyro? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I think it's interesting too because of the time zone differences where you can sort of like, because I've got people that when it's nighttime for them, and it's daytime here, they've got a stream that they can check out late at night. Or if it's nighttime for me and I'm still streaming, it might be early morning for them. So they might have a channel that they can watch during those sorts of times as well. So there's kind of like a little bit of a benefit of being in a place like Australia and being a streamer and having that kind of thing. Will Lara make it? Yep, that's good. Now, bro, fair, you're in Sydney. And how's it going there now, bro? Is it like a great place for weather and stuff? Because I prefer winter time in terms of seasons. Code, some people need more hobbies. This is true. Yeah. I mean, at times it just feels bizarre, you know. I mean, as usual too, like they'd come into chat and be like, "No one cares about your streams," and I'm like, "Well, if people don't care about my streams, I'm not going to lose sleep. Like, there's heaps of streamers on the platform. Like, I'm not going to be upset if someone is like, I'm going to watch someone else. It's like that's fine. Like, you know, I don't run a dictatorship channel where it's like, no, you must only watch this channel and can't watch anything else for the rest of your life. You know, nothing like that. Ah, that's right. I was going to go this way. Sona, you're Alaskan. Oh, cool. Star, you're Texan. Nice. Huh. Alaskan and Texan. AN in the end. This guy who thinks stalkers to have a boring life. I mean, how bored people must be to spend all the time and energy on those kind of things. Get a job instead, lol. Yeah, exactly. I guess for them, it's kind of like when someone enjoys a certain food and they just want more and more and more. They just sort of like enjoy the process of, doing whatever they do as well. And I mean, yeah, it's the internet. It's not something where it's unheard of, but it's still one of those things where you think to yourself, why even spend the time? Like personally, for example, something that I don't like, I'm not going to spend, extended periods of time engaging in what I don't like, There's no point. It's just basically a pointless exercise. It'd be like if someone was like, oh, I don't like this type of food, and I like the type of food that they don't like. I wouldn't be like, right, I'm going to spend hours a day telling you how bad you are for not liking that food. It's just kind of stuff is ridiculous. Let's have a squeeze through here. So that leads down to there. That's right. That's what I needed to do. Needed to do the tricky jump. Oh, not really. I can do it from this side. Get through here. Here we go. Pyro, Oregonian here. Oh, nice, cool. Almighty, goddamn, that's some bullshit right there. Yeah, you're not wrong, Almighty. It is. It really is. And that's understandable too, being 4 a.m. Absolutely. Well, I hope you have a great rest as well. You heard what you just said, and you hate those kind of freaking people, especially when your streams are dead, and that's a given more than half the time. Yeah, it's like it's just keeping a level head about stuff where it's just like, you know, there's always going to be people that, dislike or like certain things, and, it's a bit ridiculous to spend inordinate amounts of time, chastising someone for liking something you don't, or vice versa, and spend all that time doing it. Dr. Darling, Rod lives in the future. I wish that I did, because that'd be cool to know what was going to happen before it did. Sony, still look forward to my streams. Well, thank you so much, Sona. That is appreciated. Nah, bro, it's starting to warm up a bit here. Oh, is it? Yeah, I hate the heat. I find it much easier to cool down than it is to warm up. I mean, yeah, I find I got that the other way around. I find it easier to get warm, I should say, when it's cold. Hey there, Wayne. Welcome. All us gamers love winter. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, it's just so much easier to get warm when it's winter. Nedge, you're back. Your internet keeps dropping. Oh, does it? Oh no. Yeah, that can be annoying. I've had that happen too a lot. Australian internet isn't 100% reliable. That's okay now, bro. I hope that the doggo enjoys the food. Hey, Biko, welcome. Doing well, thank you. Playing through Tomb Raider 1, the remaster version, but I've switched the graphics to the old school style. How's things going with you? Lizzie let you at the stalker, right? Yeah. Sky, yeah, some people love to force their beliefs on others. It's a sickness. Yeah, that's true too. Like I do believe that if someone's gonna, change their mind about something, it's best to let them do it naturally. So there's no point trying to force stuff. But nothing's worse than heat. In deserts, it gets like 40 Celsius. Oh no. Yeah, that's definitely not a good amount. Wayne, yet winter is your fave gaming weather. I don't blame you, Wayne. It's much easier to concentrate as well, I find. In the heat, it's different story. Biko, you feel claustrophobic in hot weather. Are you in Oz, Rob, which is the hottest month that gets in Oz? You're the opposite weather calendar to UK. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like not only time zone differences, but also how different it is with the seasons and the timing too. Because for us, Christmas time is actually summer, so it's not uncommon to have some really, really hot Christmas days and stuff. There's you're in California here, and it's 1 a.m. Oh yeah, so not too early and not too late. Biko, yeah, you're feeling good this morning. Hope you feel this way later on. Oh, that is excellent, Biko. Hopefully so too, as well. It's a good start to the morning if you're feeling good. Won't worry about the health kit, but this ammo is a different story. I'll get that. Okay, so looking at the time, I'll be streaming for at least another hour, maybe an hour and 5 minutes. So we'll see how far we get. We've got 3 Egyptian levels. I was kind of hoping to get through 3 in this stream, but if not, that still works out well because then that leaves, if I get through this level, that leaves 1 more in Egypt and then 3 in Atlantis. So I would still be on track to finish this game, but in the other stream after my break. That's right, it's across that way. Lizzie, as for weather, you're slowly getting closer to fall. Oh, that's cool. So what would be your favorite kind of season, Lizzie? Scar, wait, what? Did Bethesda stole that sound effect and use it for a stranger appearance in Fallout Shelter lore? They could have done Scar. I mean, it might have been a nod to that sort of classic sound, the secret found sound. There we go. Now we can access the final item that we need to get. Oh my god. The jump failed me. Not to worry, we're pretty close to the switch. Biko, ah damn, you do stream all week though, but is that just for you to have a break, or you off all day then? Still hurts though when you head off early, such lovely company, got such a soft, easy to listen to voice. Well, thank you so much, Biko. There's definitely times where my voice goes really aggro when I get angry at the game. But yeah, it's a good sort of way, because I was trying to think of what day would be good to leave so I can sort of like, do streaming, but also get some other stuff done. Sometimes it might be just cleaning up the place, or it might be, getting some things organized and stuff. It's good to be able to take a little bit of a break sometimes. But what's also good about doing split streams is that it can sort of like make it so that having to do a shorter stream can be more compact as well. So there's items that you can get, but I'm not going to worry about getting those. Just going to go straight through here. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of the level. There we go. So haven't had to worry about health loss. When did I pick up that third small medipack? It was probably a bundle or something, but that's okay. We had two before, and now we've got three. So we've gotten three small medipacks, and I just like to show so I can keep tabs on how many medipacks I've actually picked up, and to make sure that I'm showing that I'm not actually using them. Um, at the start of the next level, as with every level, no matter, like, if you even had one more hit left, at the start of the next level, you'll get all your health back automatically. But yeah, so I must have picked up that small medipack as part of another bundle of ammo and stuff like that. But yeah, so there's three that we've collected, and just about to finish the level. I'm allowed to pick them up, but I just can't use them. But to make sure that I'm showing that I'm not using them when I do have them, just keeping tabs on how many. So we have three now, whereas we had two before. That's all right, Almighty. No trouble at all. I hope you have a great sleep. Thank you so much for being here. As you would have to say fall or winter. Oh, yeah. So fall or winter, cool. Rodzilla. Just need the atomic breath now. Biko sighs. I suppose you're a human being and not just a robot streaming for us. I don't know. Maybe I am at the 800. Actually, no, we're not at the end of the level yet. Lizzie Chili Peppers. Makes me think of the band Red Hot Chili Peppers. One of their earlier songs that I remember seeing the music video for when I was a kid. I don't know the name of the song, but all I remember is the lyrics. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Just on repeat. I'm sure there's other lyrics in the song as well, but that's the only part of the song that stuck in my mind. Then there's the Weird Al Yankovic parody of it. Instead of saying give it away, give it away, give it away now, it's like yabba dabba yabba do now. So it's like a bit of a Flintstones parody as well. Liz, your music knowledge is extremely limited, sadly. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, mine only extends to certain things that I've listened to, like very specific kind of details that I might remember and stuff. Because it sounds like a catchy song. Those are lethal, lol. You've got the worst catchiest song in all existence in your head. Lonely Goat Herd from Sound of Music. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that can definitely happen too. Sometimes it's a song that you really like that gets stuck in your head, but I hate when there's a song that you absolutely dislike that gets stuck in your head. Something I haven't actually had Lara say in this playthrough that I want to trigger now actually is
No. 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 No.
I love that. No.
No.
I think the funny thing is in the well, I don't know if it's in Tomb Raider 3 as well and the other ones, but I think in Tomb Raider 2 at the very least, even though it's a different actress who played Lara in the second game to the first game, they still use the same no. Oh yeah, Nej. Yeah, Lara does have the best no. I just love it. And it's interesting to like, just trigger it by putting the wrong thing in.
No.
All right, so once we deal with this, then it will go to the next level. And so we've got 3 medi kits, medipacks, but I haven't used any. And when we start the next level anyway, it would refill health. Hey Shaky, welcome on in. Thank you so much for redeeming the rest in peace, Lara. So how would you like Lara to rest in peace today? We've got drowning in the water, but also doing a dive from a great height as well. Shaky, can she be crispy? Unfortunately, there's nothing that will catch her on fire, though. At least in this point. The diving, excellent. Can do. Sorry, Lara, but this is out of my hands. Ouch. That crunch. Thank you, Nej, for redeeming the random horror movie quote. Thank you very much. Alrighty then, let's get a horror movie quote. Nej, F for Lara, indeed. She lived a long life before doing a dive. Thank you, Pyro, for the 10, 10, and 10 points. Alright, so I've got a horror movie quote. I believe I have made a significant find in the Kandarian ruins, a volume of ancient Sumerian burial practices and funerary incantations. It is entitled Naturum de Montum, roughly translated, Book of the Dead. The book is bound in human flesh and inked in human blood. It deals with demons and demon resurrection, and those forces which roam the forest and dark bowers of man's domain. The first few pages warn that these enduring creatures may lie dormant, but are never truly dead. They may be recalled to active life through the incantations presented in this book. It is through the recitation of these passages that the demons are given license to possess the living. That's from the original Evil Dead, or The Evil Dead, as it's called. It actually started off being called The Book of the Dead, but one of the producers that was brought on board decided that it would actually sound better if it was something like The Evil Dead. Or it was something to that effect, anyway, that made them change the name to The Evil Dead. So there we go. Thanks for redeeming that random horror movie quote, Nej. Alright, so it might be better to use shotguns as well for this part. Nej, by the way, the Nej Sem in your nick is something in Czech language. You can call you random if you want. Oh, okay. No problem at all. Yeah, because I was also wondering, because I definitely prefer to pronounce or call people's name the way that they would like. So definitely, that's no worries at all. So yeah, random will probably be good. It can get pretty crazy in this level, especially towards the end, with the amount of enemies that basically hound you. Random, just wanted to let you know that you can call you however you want and how it will be good for you. Oh, very good. Yeah, that's good. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, nah, bro, welcome back. Didn't miss much. We finished the previous level, so now we're on the final Egypt one, and just dealt with a couple of annoying enemies. So now we're at the Sphinx. So it took a little bit of health loss, but I'm still going to reload because of how many enemies are in this level to come along after that one. Because, yeah, this level, the final, when I return to this area for the final part of it, there's going to be heaps of those enemies that are jumping around, shooting at me. So I'm going to need as much health before getting to that point as possible. There we go. Got that killed. This time didn't take any damage. Biko, which do you prefer? All the AC series or all of the Tomb Raider series? Well, there's definitely games in both series that I really like a lot. Like my favorite Tomb Raider is The Last Revelation, which was the fourth one. And then I'd probably say Tomb Raider 2 would be after that in terms of like the old school games in the series. And then you got like Assassin's Creed, with Assassin's Creed 2 being my favorite one out of that series. And it can kind of get difficult to decide which of the two series overall, I would say. Because sometimes it doesn't matter, like for me, if they're completely different franchises, they can still do things so well that if I was to choose between one or the other, it would make it difficult. There are some things where I can definitely say, yeah, I definitely prefer this over that as well. But having said that, though, I really do like pretty much all the Tomb Raider games. There wouldn't be one that I would point, even Chronicles, which is probably the shortest game in the series. I would say even that one. Well, actually, no, probably Legend would be the shortest. Now that I think about it, but yeah, I like all of the Tomb Raider games as well. There's not one that I would say, nah, I really hate this or it's terrible. Now, I don't think I can get this from here. I think I have to be higher up on the actual Sphinx and then make the jump. Oh no, I don't. I can make it from there. So here we go, levitating Lara, invisible ledge. Yes, Scar. Lara enters Jesus mode. Can just levitate and walk on thin air. That's right. This door hasn't been opened yet. Alright, reload the safe. I'll come back for that later. Need to go back this other way. Oh my fucking god. I thought I was close enough from the starting position to actually make that jump from just doing a standing jump. Hey there, hit pigs. How's things been? Hit pigs, you're going good. Just about to play Star Wars Outlaws. How about you? Oh, that's good to hear, hit pigs. I'm glad that you're going well, and hope you enjoy that game. As for me, I'm doing good. Started my annual Tomb Raider series yesterday, and there's 4 levels left, including this one. But yeah, it's going really good. It was good to start this marathon. Got 12 games that I'll be doing as part of it, and need to get it done before the year ends. So for these old school games, there's only one that I wanted to do a challenge with. I would have liked to do challenges with some of the other old school games, but I just don't really have the time. Plus, with all the other games I've got as part of the schedule or upcoming on the schedule, so I sort of have to pick and choose, unfortunately, which kind of playthroughs to do with certain games and stuff like that. I just had a thought that maybe in photo mode, any items that are underwater might not actually pop up. But yeah, it's not in this particular water part where there's a key. It's in a different water part. Nah, bro, what did you think of Shadow of the Tomb Raider? I like it. Yeah, I like that one. I really like the additional things that they let you do with stealth. It was really cool to have the mud camouflage and stuff like that, and also have the ability to basically shoot a poison into your enemies that make them go berserk and start shooting their allies, things like that. And it was kind of a really interesting story too, with the dagger and the box of Eshell and just all that kind of stuff related to the Mayan and Aztec mythologies and also cultures and stuff. It was just really, really cool. That's right, of course, Rod. This is the one where there's the water that you have to go down and then get the key. There we go. And I really like too that it kept the theme going in that trilogy of sacrifice versus loss, which is something that, of course, the 2013 game has, but then Rise has it as well, and also Shadow. So I like that they did that too. Nah, bro. Yeah, you thought the game was solid. The gameplay was solid. You liked the story, but you felt like the ending was a bit flat. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That ending definitely also has sort of like it's interesting because there were some that thought that Lara was being stabbed and somehow survived, but and it's easy to miss. Shit, this is far back when I saved it last. Whoops. And it's easy to miss on first playthrough because it happens so much, but before the dagger actually touches her body, the process of restoring the sun activates, and it's more of a sacrifice of the power, not the sacrifice of like you have to kill yourself kind of thing as well. So yeah, but it is an interesting kind of ending as well. What's interesting if you do the challenge tombs and you learn more about Amaru as well, it can sort of change a little bit. Like, I still think he's a piece of shit for what he did, but there's also a part that you can understand why he did what he did as well. Those cannibal people, though, oh yeah. Like all the sounds and everything that they make in that game. You were legit screaming, "Please don't eat me." It's like, eat something else. Surely there's something else that you can eat. All right, this time,
No.
try with the. It's so funny. If you are near a lock and you even do something like select your weapons, Lara will go, no, because the game thinks you're trying to access the lock with an item, but all you're doing is going into your menu and selecting what weapon you want. So because I'm close enough to it, when I select what weapon I want, Lara goes,
No.
that piece of shit. I had a feeling it would eventually actually shoot at Lara. Now, bro, you're like Jonathan in The Mummy Returns with the local natives. Now, he was such a funny character, Jonathan, in those mummy movies. And did I panic? I think not. Boom, explosion. Falls over the side of the ship. Nah, bro, bloody good show, chaps. It's so funny when Rick and Ardeth Bay are actually removing the rubble and stuff. And he's just standing behind them being like, go on, put your back into it. And he's just standing there watching them do the work. Yeah, no, bro, it's like, carry on, chop chop. It's funny, in Assassin's Creed 3, there's a mission where you ride with Paul Revere, and when you actually get to the location, basically they get to shore because they went by a boat, a small boat, and Paul Revere gets off first and starts getting on his horse and giving Connor orders. Meanwhile, Connor is the one who's actually pulling the boat closer up on shore so it actually stays there and doesn't go drifting off. And Paul Revere is like, come on, we gotta go. And the look that Connor gives him, I don't blame him, because it's like, look, how about you help out and actually, not just complain. Nah, bro, you wanted to kill him so bad. Oh, who was that in that game or in or or the Mummy movie? Oh yeah, Paul Revere during that mission. Yeah. To the left, Connor. To the right, Connor. Me too, as well, nah, bro. Yeah, I think Connor is underrated. I think sometimes he gets unfairly sort of like criticized for some stuff too. Like when he's not 100% happy all the time, or he's not always in the mood for, sort of like being patted on the back or the shoulder or shaking hands, things like that. There's certain things that he does which it's definitely understandable why and all that kind of stuff. And it's really cool to do the homestead missions because I find that they really showcase a lot about the character that can be overlooked because obviously with the main narrative he doesn't really have much time to just basically chill out and spend with the other, characters and stuff. It's all go, go, go with the mission and stuff. Damn it. I had a feeling that would happen, even though the distance was still right. the difference in the ground, so to speak, that Lara was on was enough to make it so that she just basically fell off instead of making the jump. Yep, I got that door open this time. Nice. Nah, bro, yeah, people are like, he's bland, but it's more subtle than anything. That's true. And the other thing is, too, having 3 games with Ezio, who is definitely a very outgoing character. Number one, he's not someone that has to get used to a whole different kind of set of customs and way of doing things and, all that kind of stuff either. So Ezio, grows up in an environment which he's able to fully converse, and all that kind of stuff. So there's no sort of like barriers that he has to overcome in that sense. Whereas, Connor has to deal with that kind of thing. And it was wise to have a character that was more introspective than extroverted, like Ezio was. Because Ezio is more flamboyant. He's more sort of like, he's more the kind of like swashbuckling kind of self-assured, character in sort of like those, really old movies where you have a heroic character that, sort of like is very agile and, he has a lot of, female admirers and all that kind of stuff. Whereas having Connor be a completely different character actually really, really helps separate not only him as a protagonist from Ezio, but also the style of story and approach that the character has, which if you had someone like Ezio again, you wouldn't be able to tell something that was very different in that way. Now, granted, sure, you could have, there's any number of kind of characters they could have done. They could have not done a Ezio and not done a Connor, but done something different as well. But I think it was wise to make sure they did something different with the characters, because you just don't want the character to be the exact same, but just different name and, other attributes that are different. You also want a different character that can feel like it's like that they're their own character and stuff. Oh, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Crooked, it didn't help that a lot of the main story covered important historical events and enemies coming after me earlier. Before. Might work to my advantage, if that's the same enemy that was there before. It didn't help that a lot of the main story covered important historical events, so it seemed like there was less time for Connor's personal life, which was pushed into the side missions. They tried to do the opposite in Unity by making a lot of the side quests, like co-op stuff, historically important. But then, of course, also got criticized because history got pushed back. In some ways, it kind of is like a damned if they do and damned if they don't kind of situation as well, Like, I think a great example of having 2 games, for example, where you have one protagonist and then you have a completely different one, and it's more than just a name change and a look change. You have Red Dead Redemption 1 and you have Red Dead Redemption 2, the prequel to the first game. And you have John Marston, who, if you played the first game, when you meet him, he's a lot more mature naturally than you see him in Red Dead 2, which is obviously the prequel. So you're seeing him in that prequel very different to how he ends up. You know, and there's definitely a lot of stuff that you can see Arthur influenced him with, and all that kind of stuff. But then when you get to Red Dead 2, instead of just doing copy and paste of John Marston, what they did was they created another character that players could really get to know and really get behind and set themselves apart from John Marston as protagonist, you know, and doing that is very, very sort of like difficult because people could, if it was done in a certain way, could have actually hated Arthur and not like playing as him. Therefore, they might not have been as invested in his story. And there's all these other elements at play, you know. So that's a good example of having two different characters, but both being great characters in their own right and very different people as well. Nah, bro, you just hated when they introduce boat combat in AC because you suck at it. Oh yeah, I mean that's definitely understandable because there's definitely a lot of things I feel that Black Flag improved upon when it came to the naval stuff. Dr. Darling, you would say Arno is more like that. Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, like, he's not as much of a playboy, so to speak, as Ezio is, you know, because Arno only has Elise that he is interested in, and also he does have that lady, that woman at the at Elise's ball that asks him to dance, but you know, he dances with her because it's, you know, the socially polite thing to do. Of course the enemy would hit me. Jesus Christ. But there's definitely elements of Arno that are similar to Ezio. But I kind of don't think Arno's just Ezio 2.0. There's definitely a lot of differences between both of them. But there are some similarities as well. They're both very flamboyant characters. They're both very stylistic, very stylish with how they do things and stuff like that. Ezio, though, people attribute him to being a wisecracking one-liner type of character, but it's not really what he is like. You know, he's not like having one-liner quips after every single thing that he experiences or does. Whereas Arno kind of, you know, tries to do that a lot, where he's kind of, you know, making sort of like jokes and stuff. Whereas like, you know, more fetch and carry work, I imagine. And then when he gets the Phantom Blade, it's kind of like, you know, so the hidden blade and whatever was just what you had on hand then, you know, things like that. They're not necessarily one-liners, but... And that took a lot of ammo, of shotgun ammo. Nah, bro. Yeah. Well, Ezio got 3 separate games, so history, the world, and his personal life is so fleshed out when you get to Revelations. Oh, absolutely. You spend so much time with him as a character that it goes beyond just getting behind his story and his character in the first game that he's in, but that carries over into the next 2 as well. And it's a very tough act to follow, set a bar so high. Hit Pigs Jacob is more funny. Yeah. So Jacob is definitely way more sort of like quippy and stuff. And he doesn't take things as seriously. But that can be deceptively so because some people might think that he doesn't have any kind of like maturity or seriousness about stuff, but Sequence 8 really, 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 really drives home that he's more than just some wisecracking smartass character that doesn't take things seriously. Make no mistake, when it comes down to whether or not he's willing to actually betray the assassins in the Creed or do something that is compromising the assassins, he definitely does not take that lightly, as we see with Roth and what Roth wants to do, killing those innocent children in the explosion and stuff. So I feel like there's elements of Jacob's story that in the original version of his character was kind of like taken out a bit, but then added in sequence 8. I think the original story was that Jacob was going to be the sole assassin that you played as, and the character that was sort of like with Jacob, so to speak, was going to turn out to be a villain. But they transferred that to what's her face? Bloody hell! I hate when I go blank on character names. I think I might think of it in a moment. Jesus. Fucking trying to get through this without fucking losing heaps of health is so fucking annoying. Of course, hit the head. Hang on. Catch up on chat in a moment. Finally, wanted to save some shotgun ammo. That's why I was using the dual pistols. Alright, so we've got the two Ankhs. And I'm going to have to end the stream soon. I was hoping I could do it before. I was hoping I could finish the level out before, but I'm running out of time. Great. When did I save last? Whatever. I'll take that little sliver of health. Whatever game. Trying to get through with minimal health loss, but I guess that's okay to have that amount of health lost. But yeah, I can't remember the name of the character actually, but it's the Templar that you kill that Jacob doesn't know is actually a Templar straight away. Apparently, the trait of the original character that was going to be the mentor to Jacob was transplanted to that Templar character, where it would turn out that they were actually a Templar, or that they were betraying them. Which I think they changed partly because they felt it was too similar to Al Mualim in Assassin's Creed 1, in how he turns out to be a villain after all as well. So yeah, there were some things that in the original version of Syndicate were really, really sort of like altered quite a lot from what we ended up getting as well. Now, bro, Arno reminds you of Will Turner from the Pirates movies. Oh yeah, Will Turner. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, nah, bro. So, geez, I hate when I forget names. Like, I just played the game friggin' recently too. But sometimes my mind is like a sieve on certain stuff. Oh, I might finish the level before I have to end the stream. I've got about 10 minutes that I could spare. Maybe. It's one of those things where I'm like, I might be able to get it done in that amount of time, or I might not be able to. Alright, so of course I made a save after getting on the ground. It's so funny. Sometimes I get a brain fart and I go to do something that's in the Anniversary game, which is a remake of this one. And one of those things is where you put the Ankh. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's fair enough, nah, bro. You never played the first AC. Yeah, it's definitely one that if you're interested in the beginnings of the series, and I kind of feel whenever I get back to that game again that it feels like a regrounding in the series. Like there's a lot of things that are in it that Assassin's Creed 2 definitely improves upon and stuff like that. But there's a lot of elements in Assassin's Creed 1 that Assassin's Creed 2 wouldn't have been what it was without it, you know, and the whole thing with the first game, and it can be understandable because it might feel too much like repetition, but the investigations that you do, you don't have to do like all of them. There's like a minimum amount that you have to do, and so that gives you a bit of leeway to be like, right, I don't really like that kind of investigation, so I'll put that aside and I'll do this pickpocket instead. Or you might prefer to do the beat up interrogation, so you might do that instead. and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the gameplay loop is basically, here's your target, but first you need to find information out about them. Once you've satisfied the bureau leader that you've found enough information, then they give you permission to do the kill, and then you go to the location and it triggers the assassination mission, and then boom, take care of the target, and then escape, and then go back to the bureau and all that kind of stuff. But it's definitely a good game to play if you really want to get back to the actual roots of the series. The game Mirage claims to do that, but it's more of an homage to the earlier games than an actual returning to the roots. Because if they return to the roots, then there wouldn't be an eagle companion, because AC1 doesn't have that. Crooked, at least you're not like you and forget a name 10 seconds after hearing it. Oh no. Oh yeah, now bro, it really is. Yeah. Would have been interesting to see what the game would have ended up being like if it stayed as a Prince of Persia game. But I am glad that they turned it into its own IP though, instead. Thanks for redeeming that, Dr. Darling. Now, bro, you think as a character Shay gets slept on a lot. He definitely is popular. I'm not really a fan of how he was written and stuff. And I wish that Adewale didn't get killed off. That was a terrible decision. Thanks for redeeming that, Dr. Darling. You can breathe underwater like the fish, like the fishies. That's true, nah, bro. Yeah, can't win them all, I guess. Exactly. All right. Alrighty then. So took some lost there. I'm going to pick this up because there's some ammo in it. Alright, so just to tally, we have 3 small medipacks and we have 1 large one. I'm not allowed to actually use them. We have taken damage, but at the start of the next level, Lara will get her health back to full again.
I still got a pain in my brain from you. And it's telling me funny ideas now, like to shoot you to hell.
You just pulled the tough end of a wishbone. Howdy.
Afternoon.
Left Larson sucking wind then, eh?
If that is the phrase.
Well, your little vacation riot's over now. Time to give back what you've hijacked off me.
Let's try the lunchbox.
Well, kill her! You morons! Let's go.
What the heck was that?
What?
That away.
Probably just a fish.
That is some fish, kid.
Man, you have got to learn to chill. I'm going back inside. You coming?
Steady.
Here she goes.
We ready yet?
All right, and this is where I need to end the stream right now. Just exit the title. Would like to highly recommend people check out Alamouse's channel if you haven't before. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Hope you had a great stream. Sorry I need to cut this short, but I'm running late and I really need to get away and get some things done. But I just want to thank everyone for watching the stream. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back in 1 hour and 30 minutes to do another stream. And we got through 3 Egyptian levels, so there's only 3 more levels left, and that's in Atlantis. So I'll definitely be finishing this game today. But yeah, no worries about that, cool man. You know, don't need to feel like you need to be sorry. That's for sure. Thank you so much for popping in. And yeah, no worries at all for the stream either, Crooked. And thanks for the GGs as well, nah, bro. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. It's understandable if not everyone can make it back in an hour and a half, but I'll be back then to finish off the game. Thanks for watching everyone, and have a good one. I'll be back in 1 hour and 30 minutes.